the Young Sheldon finale flash-forward emphasizes George's greatest lost chance before his untimely demise by way of a minor detail. The last hour of Young Sheldon focused on two primary plot points, one of which was George's unanticipated death following a heart attack. First, there was the dramatic burial for George. And then there was the aftermath of the loss of their patriarch, the Coopers. Another thing is that Sheldon is getting ready to start a new life in California. Finally, the Young Sheldon series finale revealed that Sheldon was indeed writing a memoir, which clarified his decision to recount his formative years in Medford. Despite the fact that Young Sheldon has grown apart from its parent series, the last season paid tribute to the canon as much as it could. In order to re-establish the connections between the projects, the prequel featured a guest appearance by Jim Parsons and Amy Bialik, who had been absent from screens since the 2019 season of The Big Bang Theory, playing the roles of adult Sheldon and Amy, respectively. Although most of the Easter eggs in the flash-forward were related to the nerd-centric sitcom, there were a couple that were related to Young Sheldon. One of these made George's death even more tragic. In A New Home and a Traditional Texas Torture, the 12th episode of Young Sheldon's 7th season, the Coopers were getting ready to take a bluebonnet family portrait in anticipation of Sheldon's upcoming move. But their mourning was otherwise typical. George's untimely demise occurred during this scene. Everyone ended up dressing up and taking part because Mary was so insistent, even if there were some dissenters. The patriarch of the Cooper family sadly died before filming could begin. Mary joked about how George really didn't want to do it, so he chose to die, and she brought it up during her last farewell to her husband at his funeral. Sheldon would have had a more recent photo of the family with Mandy and baby Cease if they had been able to get Mary's bluebonnet photographs. The Young Sheldon finale flash-forward, which introduced adult Sheldon's new workspace, further brought attention to this significant missed opportunity. He was followed by two notable photographs. He and Amy were the first to be seen in the photo after they received the Nobel Prize in Physics. On the other hand, a more modest one featured the Coopers' living room at their Medford home. Given the young age of the subjects, it was likely shot during the formative years of Young Sheldon. Sheldon would have had a more recent photo of the family with Mandy and baby Cease if they had been able to get Mary's bluebonnet photographs. The portrayal of the Cooper patriarch was one of the most significant plot discrepancies between Young Sheldon and The Big Bang Theory. Sheldon from the future eventually acknowledged that his dad was a decent man after years of slamming him. There had already been retconning of George's infidelity scandal by Young Sheldon, though it had not been received without criticism. It was more tragic to witness Mary's husband's death because the prequel gave him dementia via rehabilitation. But in season 7 of Young Sheldon, it was heartbreaking because George was about to have the life he had always imagined.